Truce. In a land torn by years of conflict and strife, where the echoes of battle reverberated through the hills and the scars of war marred the landscape, a weary community yearned for a respite. The leaders of the warring factions, weary of bloodshed and fueled by a collective desire for peace, convened on a neutral ground, a meadow bathed in the soft glow of twilight. The air was thick with tension as representatives from both sides faced each other across a makeshift table. Generals with hardened expressions and diplomats with furrowed brows exchanged wary glances. The wounds of the past were etched into their faces, a testament to the toll that endless conflict had taken on their people. In the midst of this charged atmosphere stood Serena, a wise and respected elder known for her impartiality and sagacity. Her presence brought a glimmer of hope to the proceedings. She began to speak, her voice carrying a weight that silenced the whispers of doubt. Brothers and sisters, we gather here not as adversaries, but as custodians of a shared destiny, Serena began, her words weaving a tapestry of reconciliation. The rivers of our lands have been stained with the blood of kin, and the winds have carried the cries of our children. It is time to forge a different path, one that leads to healing and unity. The negotiations were arduous, with each side presenting their grievances and demands. Yet, amidst the heated debates, Serena's wisdom served as a guiding light. She reminded them of the shared history that bound them together, of the friendships that had been fractured by the ravages of war. As the moon ascended in the night sky, a breakthrough emerged. A truce, fragile yet laden with potential, began to take shape. The leaders, weary of conflict and yearning for a better future, agreed to a ceasefire. The meadow, once a witness to animosity, became the sacred ground where the foundations of peace were laid. News of the truce spread like wildfire through the war-torn land. Villagers cautiously emerged from their shelters, daring to hope for a tomorrow free from the shackles of war. The scars of the past, though still visible, became a canvas for rebuilding and renewal. In the days that followed, joint efforts were initiated to address the grievances that fueled the conflict. Both sides committed to rebuilding infrastructure, sharing resources, and fostering understanding among their people. Schools and marketplaces, once abandoned, came back to life as symbols of a shared future. The truce faced challenges, as skepticism lingered and wounds ran deep. Yet, Serena continued to serve as a mediator, fostering dialogue and encouraging reconciliation. Slowly but steadily, the seeds of peace took root, and the once bitter enemies began to see each other not as adversaries, but as neighbors with a shared history. Years passed, and the land that had once been marred by conflict blossomed into a haven of unity. The truce, tested by time and adversity, stood firm. The meadow where the leaders had forged the agreement became a symbol of hope. A reminder that, even in the darkest of times, the possibility of peace could emerge from the most unlikely places.